All right, what's going on, YouTube? It's Ed here, and we are getting some big updates in season two, which will come out in February. Let's just go straight into it. So there are some global changes first, with some patches to crashes and make sure the games are stable. Audio data suggests that some PC players may be experiencing audio issues due to discrepancies in the number of channels they are outputting. Okay. Well, audio in this game is terrible in general. So I hope they fix the footsteps and actually get something going on here because it's crap. Number of UI and user experience updates are coming. So improved navigation and organization of the camo menu, whatever. So these like semi quality of life, I guess you can say. More polished social tab, my bundle screen, quick equip items from Battle Pass and my bundle store, reticle previews in store and Gunsmith. That's good, I guess. Improved clarity, attachment blocking, logic and Gunsmith, good, and more bug fixes, good. Um, that restored instant speed of recent players and menu, okay. Other things, improved after action report with audio. Okay. Play again feature in Battle Royale. I don't know why that wasn't already in there. That makes no sense. That's been in the game since Warzone 1. So I don't know why that wasn't in there in the beginning. It's absolutely ridiculous that you have to leave. Like, after you play a game, you have to leave, go back into a waiting area, and then go into a lobby. You can't just re-queue automatically. Other bug fixes, there's going to be weapon balances, which I will do another video on once there's more details that come out. But so the biggest thing is gulag. We're returning to 1v1, which I like because I hate the 2v2 personally. And there's going to be no jailer, so it's just straight pretty much the same gulag from 1v1. The only thing is that the gulag is huge, so not sure how they're gonna deal with that one. It's gonna be kind of a pain. They also updated the pool to include ARs, SMGs, and LMGs as primary weapons. That's good. So, but shotguns have been removed, and you still get a handgun secondary, which is good. I think that's not a bad idea. So you are going to be able to beam people across the map, but there's going to be at the very least, it's back to 1v1. I'm tired of the 2v2. There's also going to be victory cash rewards mentioned in the. Ooh, okay. The gulag will now spawn cash as ground loot to encourage. Okay, so now you can even loot a little bit of cash within the gulag, so that you're not just spawning with nothing or very little. I think that's good. So other cash economy to changes to the gulag outlined above. So they're going to be a slight reduction to cash rewards for completing contracts. Okay, that's not good. Additionally, we are increasing the lowest value of cash piles on the ground to 800 from previously 500. Okay, that's a good 60% increase. Um, and then from cash registers to 500 from 100, which is good 400% increase. Okay. So we're definitely gonna find a lot more lootable cash now. In addition to this, cash can be acquired via ground loot, containers, and stronghold supply boxes throughout Al Mazrah, but can no longer be found in basic and legendary supply boxes. Why? There should always be a huge stack from legendary supply boxes. Always. Um, I don't know if they thought this one through. Loot and inventory. It's now like we are shifting away from loot window menus to floating loot that will now drop out of all the containers in the world, similar to supply loot boxes. Supply boxes. I don't mind the loot windows and menus personally, as long as they're not confusing, which some of them can be. Um, okay, that's not a huge deal. Inventory for desired play and our continued balance, medium, large brackets will no longer be available. Wait, in our continued effort to balance engagements, medium and large backpacks will no longer be available. What the freak? I don't like that. And unlimited players will drop loot onto the ground rather than loot filled backpacks. I don't know. I didn't mind that personally because it's just easier. But then again, every once in a while you just go into a backpack and there's nothing in there, right? It's already been looted. So, which is, I mean, I don't know. I feel like that's not a huge big deal. Like, I don't know. I'm not crazy about this, but I don't hate it either. But I guess the good thing is that you don't have anyone hoarding like 15 selfies or like 10 gas masks or something like that. Yeah, it reduces from people stacking stuff. Loadouts have always been a core part of Warzone's battle royale. The changes have been launched Warzone since have ultimately and been pursuit of most fulfilling. Blah blah blah. Oh shoot! Now season 2 we have customizable perk packages. So instead of having the pre-made perks, now we have actual perk packages, or now we can make our own customized perks, which is oh god. Um, but there will be reduced available perks. Okay, which we may slowly introduce over time. We want to navigate this particular. Okay. Um, and now buying primary weapons will be more affordable. Ooh, okay. So you can buy now weapons for cheaper. They don't say how much though. And they're gonna reduce the price of loadout drop markers. Okay. I don't know how much they're gonna reduce it by, but they're gonna reduce it by. I mean, I'm good. I'm guessing it's not gonna be Warzone 1 level. And they may find one while looting throughout Al Mazrah. That's okay. And there will be a second loadout drop event that has been added, which means drops will now happen on the first and fifth circles of each match. Oh, first and fifth circles. Okay. They need to randomize the loadout drops a little bit more and more than just 5. There's only like 5 loadout drops, and they need to have like at least. I'm gonna say they're gonna probably need to double that, or at least like add at least 3 or 4 more. And then also, not instead of having it in a straight line that it normally drops out, it needs to be like kind of more random. 3-play vest. We're continuously evaluating the pace of combat. Blah, blah, blah. All players will now start with a 3-play vest. So now we're basically going back to normal. Instead of having 2 plates, various sizing of vests will no longer exist in Battle Royale loot. This standardization will bring more. Okay, now we don't have to always constantly look for 3-plate vests. Now that's no longer be a thing. I didn't care too much about that personally. What they should do is instead of having a 3, like everyone starts with 3 plates, but you can loot a upgraded vest where you only have to plate 2 vests. Basically the same perk that you had in Warzone 1 where you only needed 2 plates, but it holds the same amount of it holds the same amount of in terms of damage taken, right? So instead of 2 plates or 3 plates for 150 hit points, is 2 plates for 150 hit points. So each plate is 75. I'm not sure. I forget what the full plate hit point value is Warzone 2, but you know what I'm saying. It's basically that perk. So I wish they did that instead of this. I think that's a better idea. I think that should be either a perk or a vest that you can loot within the game. Movement, we have made an important tweak to movement that should yield better outcomes. Starting with players will be able to bust through doors while plating the way they would be if they were sprinting. Okay. This change includes slight. Were we not able to do that previously? I don't even remember. Um, Planing and able to get cover faster. Okay, so instead of, they should just enable plating while sprinting, but instead they're just going to increase movement speed, to what is now like a snail walk. In order to make buy station goods more accessible, we've revamped our approach. Spawn locations have been added, yes, because they need more. They need more buy stations. Um, Spawns will be static across the map, and loadout drop markers have limited stock at all stations. Okay, as always, we will continue to monitor the goal balance. Blah blah blah. You don't balance. You don't monitor shit. Only if people complain. So there will be more, I guess, like instead of a random RNG of buy stations, there's going to be a little bit more static ones, more permanent. Strongholds provide an alternative gameplay experience to high payoff, blah blah blah. And for others in robbing players and their rewards, we are committed to providing balanced engagements who choose to enter Stronghold. Season 2 will bring changes to the rewards players receive from Strongholds and Black Site completion, as well as additional adjustment to AI combatant damage. Okay, so there's just going to be a change. We don't know what kind of change yet. So, okay, that's it for the BR side. DMZ side. Enemy tuning in season 1, AI DMZ were challenging, but the ramp up difficulty was often steep. Yes. We introduced a more balance of AI spawning and the types of spawning. The range much more. All this should provide a challenging but manageable play. Okay, so basically they're gonna make enemies a little more or less um, deal like more manageable. Spawn points. We are tuning some of the infill points across Almazra for improved earlier match experience based on gameplay data. Starting at a point at which your squad feels isolated or without loot or contact opportunity is not the best experience. Duh. These tweaks should improve, but wait. It's one thing to feel isolated, but obviously we need loot in case you go in empty-handed, but contract. Okay, contact. For some reason, I read that as contact opportunities, like as in other players. So they're gonna change all that. That's good. That's good. Mission difficulty tuning, data feedback reinforced. Mission players will now at the demanding scale. Ultimately, made it to unlock second insured. Yes, because yes, some of these missions are absolutely ridiculous. Like buying precision airstrikes from a buy station when some of them don't even have the freaking kill streak is ridiculous. So they're gonna basically scale some of these missions so the difficulty is less, or later tiers missions will still be quite challenging even for the experienced operator. But we believe, okay, they're gonna make the kind of entry point gonna be a lot easier, which is good. Crashes, yes, there's a lot of crashes in DMZ. Seasonal refresh, all new missions are okay. There's gonna be new missions coming to season 2, which is good because we need some new ones. There's gonna be more unique with the new exclusion zone coming season 2, whereas we'll have a third option to choose from when deploying in DMZ. The faction mission refresh will provide new missions to send you across these destinations, including Building 21. We suggest it's gonna be a lot of that. So I don't really care about multiplayer. So if you guys want to go, I will link this article in the description in case you want to read through it. But looking ahead, there are some changes. Season 2, we have plenty of new content. Okay, so there's not much else. So they're going to continue basically to update. So overall, the biggest things that we're going to take away from this is one, Battle Royale, 1v1s only now in the Gulag. No more 3-play vests. Everyone starts with 3-play vests. More money, but accessible differently. Basically, and then cheaper guns in the battle buy stations, and they're going to be cheaper loadouts. And they're going to be adjusting what we can get from strongholds and stuff. So For the most part, I'm gonna say pretty positive changes. We shall see. Oh, and perk packages. We can customize perk packages. So all these I feel like are pretty good changes coming forward, coming up. So we shall see how they actually play out when you actually play the game. But overall, I think they're pretty positive changes. I'm gonna like it, I think, and hopefully this makes Warzone a little more fun again. So crossing your fingers and hoping that they fix the audio. Anyways, that's it for today. I will come back with another video with more Warzone news once it gets closer to season 2 launching, and they're actually gonna have some more hard concrete numbers. So, anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys are having a great week. Have a good Wednesday, and take it easy, guys.